Well, Portland City Council voted late last night to reject an idea to cut money from the city's homeless camp removal program. Councilor Angelita Murillo proposed cutting $4.3 million from the Impact Reduction Program's roughly $14 million budget and putting that money toward East Portland's safety improvements, along with helping people afford rent and food. Now, she argued the city is on track to clear about 8,000 homeless camps this fiscal year, and she says sweeps are not effective in getting people off the streets.
We are exceeding the projection that we currently have. We are funneling city dollars into an endless pit of sweeps. We are not helping our neighbors become housed.
Okay, it's important to note that this idea didn't just come out of the blue. Because get this, we're not even halfway through the city's fiscal year, and there's already a more than $16 million budget gap in the city's general fund because of lower than expected revenue. That gap needs to be filled per state law, and that's what Murillo's now failed proposal aimed to fix. The vote on her idea was close. 5 yes votes, 3 no votes, and 4 councilors were absent, meaning it failed because it didn't receive 7 yes votes. Some councilors had to leave due to how long the discussion on amendments lasted, more than 6 hours. And just before Murillo's idea went to a vote around 7 p.m., the mayor wanted to chime in. Let's listen.
We aren't just moving people anymore. I hear people saying that it's a game of whack-a-mole. That is so inhumane and not representative of what we are doing today. It may be something we spoke about over this past 5 or 6 years, but every time I hear someone say that, I think about that these are individuals. We're not doing that. And last week, we sheltered 39 people, the best week we've ever had.
We have now kept staff 5 minutes over when we said we would be done.
Let me make this last point. I have said to many of you, when amendments are being brought that are going to have a material effect on our city, it is time for us to think slow and do our due diligence to define what our outcome is.
Mr. Mayor, is this to Maria 1?
It is. It is. To measure what we are trying to achieve, to analyze it with a group, with the administration as our partners, building a trustful relationship. We need a professional, disciplined executive. Also, we need a professional, disciplined council. Together, we have to move our city forward. I ask that you vote no on Maria 1.
Councilors did present other ideas on how to fill the city's newfound budget gap, and those are expected to come up during a second reading next week. We'll keep you posted. Okay, you heard the mayor mention there that last week 39 people chose to use an overnight shelter instead of camping on the streets. Well, that number comes from city data now that enforcement of the camping ban resumed this month. Today, the city released new numbers on how the second week of enforcement went. 14 people accepted shelter between November 6th and the 12th. Here's what the other numbers show during that same time frame. Officers went to 44 campsites and spoke to nearly 80 people. 60 people were violating the camping ban, and 59 warnings were given out. 2 people got citations, meaning a court date with potential consequences like a $100 fine or a week in jail. The mayor has said he wants to use those punishments to be a last resort. And 33 people were arrested for outstanding warrants. Now let's combine the first 2 weeks of data on a few of those points. In the first 2 weeks of Portland's camping ban enforcement, more than 50 people decided to stay in a shelter rather than sleeping somewhere outside. Officers went to over 100 camps, and 141 people were violating the camping ban. The vast majority received warnings. 9 people were cited. In those first 2 weeks, police arrested more than 70 people on outstanding warrants.